was about to say, watch him join now that you said that.
Huh?
I was gonna say, watch him join now that you said that.
No, he's still offline. He said he's gonna take a shower before the race. That's probably what he's doing right now.
Eh. We're live, by the way.
All right. Welcome to the Tim Hortons 150 at Canadian Tire. For the third to final race in the Fanta Cup Series season. I'm Thunder 24 fan with Connor up in the booth and Matthew Hill as well.
Hello.
Hope y'all are doing good. This is the first time that we have been out of the United States this season in the Fanta Cup Series. So we saw some incredible action at this track last season and all, but I feel like the intensity is gonna be ratcheted up a lot more this season, and likely because there's a lot more to lose for these drivers, and yeah, for these chase drivers. But let's have a chat to the driver who just got mathematically eliminated from the chase after last week, Zevel, who I don't even know if he's on track right now. Yeah, there he is. Zevel, this is Thunder in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
So obviously eliminated in the after last week. Do you really take this postseason as preparation for next year, or is it what's the mentality there?
Well, the first step was making it because after like 4 seasons, this is my first appearance in the postseason. But there's still stepping stones for me to win a championship one day, and at least we made it. But this has just been terrible luck, and we're gonna try and make it in next year. Win more races. Hopefully, try to be able to compete this time. But at least we got. At least my team's doing really well so far.
All right. Yeah. Obviously, Jessica second in points right now. That 74 car, although we saw it go to lots of places last year. Obviously, the driver change I think might have changed the what we call it, changed the chemistry in that team. But going into next season, you think it'll be the same for you think it'll be better for your team?
Just hopefully, I just we gotta get it back on the road. We gotta stop this slow slump that's we've been in since the chase started, and we gotta get back on track and be on a high, be prepared for next season. Just not be down down like this, and just gotta get some good races. Maybe we can win or
Hey,
something.
Thunder, I'm gonna DM you what's happening right now. I'll
Okay.
be back in probably like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Uh, anyway,
Anyway.
but
Anyway. So
you know, hopefully we can get back on track in these races. Even though I'm already limited, I'm still gonna give it my best shot every race on the track, and we'll be back for next season. Don't count me out just yet.
I hope to see you in victory lane soon. Thank you for your time, Zevel. Okay. Uh. So yeah, Zevel obviously eliminated from the chase after last race. I mean, he's shown lots of speed over the season, and really, I mean, I'd say it's his best season. So for him, like in his entire career, with his own team 23-7, he had terrible luck and couldn't make the postseason at all, and only got a win per season. He has a win right now for one win right now for Giant Benson Racing, but it's been a lot better in points. But the bright side for him, even though he's mathematically eliminated from chase contention this early relative to the field, still guaranteed a top 12 points finish, which will be the best of his career.
And you could see that as kind of a confidence booster for next season, as it will mean he could perform more better, try to get more things done. And speaking of a confidence booster, I feel like we should probably dial up somebody else. How about the driver, the number 15, coming after
Oh, he's
winning
not
two
here.
days
He's not
ago?
here anymore.
What?
He's not here anymore. He left the stage.
Bruh.
It's all right. So yeah, I had no idea where the fuck Moth is. Hold on. Bro, okay. Alright. And Matthew is not gonna be here for like 30 minutes, but that's fine. I'll just have to, you know, I'll have to tough it out till then.
I'm right here.
Oh. Well, you usually don't commentate when I doing these races, so you know.
Doesn't mean I don't pop my head in once in a while.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Nothing personal.
I know.
Oh, he's online. He just sent me something. He just got out of the shower. All right, so he'll probably be here in like a few minutes.
When...
All right. So I think now would be a good time to get into the race.
Kenyon did say he'll come back if he's not. You know what? I'll do the interview after the starting lineup.
Okay. All right. All right, here we go. So let's go through the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. So starting on the pole will be the 81 of Pavo, who right now is under the current elimination gap, to stay alive in the chase. Right now, 88 points back, uh, entering entering this race, and the required amount to stay alive is at least 85 points behind the leader. So after Pablo gets his pole, it's a pretty clutch pole in my opinion. Let's see what he does in this race. And starting to his outside is prior to this race road course winner at Watkins Glen, Brandon Beal. Then is last week's winner Patrick Starr having carrying some momentum into the weekend, starting P3, and in the red Panda Racer in the Canadian Tire car, starting P4 at Canadian Tire. Then is Truex Fan Racing teammates, Stu Castroneves in the 27 and Ebenezer in the 19. Then is Jessica in the 77, second in points to Patrick Starr, and the 87 of Nikki. Then her Johnny Benson Racing teammate Hector Daniel starting just behind her, and the 92 of Pendry McHarrold. Then is Truex Fan in the 56, who won at Riverside earlier in the chase, and the 91 of Craig Popkris. Then is the 45 of Quadruped, still looking for that first career victory. And starting to his outside is a 63 of Landon, who nearly won last week at Kansas. Then is Auto Club 2 winner Max Molina, starting to the inside of the other Monster Energy car, Commander Rick. Then is winner at this track last season at Canadian Tire, Billy Parker. And starting to his outside is last season's Rockingham winner, Josh. Then is 93 of Aiden Walker, and and Indianapolis winner Sean Ard in the 97. Then it is what race did quad? Oh, then is Charlotte winner Quad Kid Boy in the 78 and the 23 of Arthur. Then it is Fantona 500 winner Mark, starting to the inside of the 55 of Byrne. Then is the 65 of Ottercat in his final Canadian Tire start, and to his outside is the 75 of Moff. And is the 90 of Matthew Hill, who won at Talladega 2, and the 28 of Nickname. Then is the 25 of Thunder, starting to the inside of the 32 of Lynn. Then behind them, it is Kenyon in the 15, starting to the inside of Legends in the 5. Then it is the 8 of Outlaw to the inside, and then is Board, who's outside. Then the driver who's just mathematically eliminated in the chase, we just got a word with him at happy hour, Zevel, and to his outside is Patrick Miller. Then is Loading in the 33 and Slinky in the 21. Then is the 88 of Game Freak in his home race and the 68 of Zach. Then rounding it out will be the 18 Abyss, and the 54 Fnatic with terrible starting position.
And with that out of the way, if I'm waiting to do this, so as they roll off, let's give a quick dial up to someone. That being Kenyon, as I see he's back in here.
Yeah, we were going to get word with him earlier as Moff is finally here.
Hey Kenyon, this is Connor in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Holy shit. So, 2 days ago, you got that Truck Series win at this track. Your first win in the Truck Series and your first win in a while. Congratulations on that. How much of a confidence booster do you think that'll be coming into today? Of course, we got to mention that 4 starting position you got, but hopefully you can use that confidence to your advantage.
I mean, it makes me feel a little better of my chances of ending the streak today, but with how this race went in July, oh, who knows what will happen? Maybe I don't know. I hope it goes well.
Yep. Can't wait to see what you can get done on the track. Hopefully it's a start of good things to come.
I hope so too, man.
And
All
that
right.
and that was Kenyon, driver of the number 15 Target Toyota.
Could you dial me up next? Just want to say something.
All right, and while we're in the middle of dialing up people, let's give a call to somebody else. Thunder, this is Connor up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so of course, not really the kind of chase you wanted to happen, but hey, you're not out of contention yet. You got 3 races left to make sure you can get your way back up to the top end and try to finally win that championships. When it comes to these final 3 races, what's your go-to plan here?
Yeah, I mean, this race is always going to be chaotic. I mean, I expect some wrecks to happen on lap 1 because you never know what this track's going to bring. Obviously, it's really chaotic. I ran about 36th the entire race last season, ended up finishing 9th. So, and also it's hard to make up track position at this track. So track position is also going to be really key here today. But I feel like if we can just really get track position off the start with all the craziness that's going to unfold, I feel like we're going to be good.
Well, can't wait to see what you can get done out there. We'll try to catch up with you again at the end of the race.
All right, thank you. As here we go. Pavo, who needs a good run, will be leading us to the green flag at Canadian Tire. He'll have fellow chase contender Patrick Starr behind him. Coming to the start. Here we go. Pace cars in.
51 laps. Let's get these things rolling.
And here we go. We're racing to Canadian Tire.
Pretty even start for both the 81 and the 47. Heading down into the first turn. A little help from Patrick Starr brings Pavo to a clearing spot for the lead. Now it's going to be Patrick Starr going to try and contend for second place with Brandon Beal.
Trying to go around the outside. Is that 13? He's into the grass, and that's going to give the 47 second place for now, as the 13 is trying to muscle his way back to the inside of the 47, but Brandon Beal has a clearing off of 2.
And you see right behind him, Red Panda, with sponsoring the sponsor of this track, as he tries to force Patrick Starr up by, but accidentally does it to himself.
And boy, yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest struggling spots for these drivers, I'll tell you. Is that hairpin right here. It's going to catch so many drivers off guard and really just end up setting them wide, like we saw there with Red there, as he lost a spot to Deuce Neves in the 27.
As they come back around to finish the first lap, it looks like the first lap will be led by the 81. As things
and remember, this corner is usually brings problems, but not on this lap. They kept it clean, and Pavo will lead lap number 1, as he's already out of turn 1. Has a 0.71 second gap over Brandon Beal.
Pavo, of course, won earlier in the season. It was Rockingham, right?
Yeah, Rockingham.
Winner at Rockingham brought Ard Motorsports their first ever Cup Series victory. Did good. Did kind of good in the shell race yesterday. So again, another one with a confidence booster here today.
And I just want to welcome Moff up into the booth.
Sorry, my mic is high.
So yeah, Moff, already a pretty relatively clean start to what we've seen in the past. What do you think you're going to see unfold from here from a driver's perspective?
Well, I think from the shell race yesterday, we saw a lot better of a race than the truck series, of course. I think the one concern that a lot of these drivers have is going to be making pit road, because we saw a lot of drivers make a last minute decision to go back on track and get into the wall. So that's the reason why most of these cautions have happened this weekend. So I think that's what the crew chiefs want to focus on, is for their drivers to stay out as long as they can so they can get ahead of those drivers who cause the cautions, of course.
Yep. And obviously, we know the certain area where drivers usually have wrecks, and that being the ultimate corner. Do you think we're going to see a lot of that unfold today?
I think it depends. If these drivers are a lot smarter, I think they are. If they make up their minds ahead of time, I think we won't have as much incidents. But I feel like once there's gonna be a caution, it's just gonna be an endless cycle almost of a wreck fest basically.
I mean, cautions do breed cautions.
As it looks like
Yeah,
Red went wide yet again.
He's been having he's had a pretty bad start to this race already. Went wide on the first lap, now went wide on lap 3 as he's under pressure from Newscaster Neves. Still P4 right now, but he's just got to take care of his stuff because this is a long one. As Brandon Beal trying to cut into the gap for the lead. After last lap, it was 0.67. After this lap, it'll be 0.64. Not much time gain there. Still a decent amount. One blowing up right there.
And that is
Slinky.
Slinky.
21. And actually, lots of damage to the 55 of Burn.
Looks like a wreck.
Boy, I think. Yep, and it was not at the penultimate corner. Let's see what happened. And I think that might have been caused by the 21 blowing up there. We'll just have to see where Slinky is at. Oh, wow. Zevel almost got turned by Moff there. And the 75. Take a look at that again. That was a very close call for the 74. Boy, I think Moff just misjudged it. And boy, what a save by the 74. Quick reaction timing. And he's lucky that he wasn't in the wall there. But going further into the lap, we'll see what happened to the 55. Oh, they actually wrecked at the exit of the hairpin. That is not a common
And
occurrence.
it looks like it was Burn and Zevel. Yeah, Burn and Zevel.
So it looks like Burn's going to go off here. And Zevel, I think, misjudges when he's come back on, and into the wall they go.
And
wow.
And Slinky was just a bystander. Yeah. That wasn't even that bad of a hit. And that didn't even look like a pretty bad hit from what happened to Slinky, but hey.
Zevel, we just talked to, said that even though he's not in the chase anymore, he's going to still try and go for some wins, but obviously still struggling in this postseason.
Mm-hmm.
But looks like they all kept it going, so we're going to stay green. But Slinky will be the first DNF of the race. Very unfortunate for him, even as well, because he's had a lot of consistency in this postseason. Actually, looks like he's going to get the thing fixed, even though he was smoking. So it looks like that
problem fixed.
Yeah, that might not even be engine related.
There's Beal still closing in on that 81.
He got pretty close in the hairpin, but kind of lost that time off of the exit of the hairpin. And he's got Patrick Starr well a ways behind him. As we got a few side-by-side battles. This is Quadruped, who's been trying to work around True Expand for the past few laps, and I think he's going to do it this time. So Quadruped up to 12th. Boy, that was a close call there. Oh, contact, and Aiden Walker's off the road with his partner. And they're in the wall, and that is going to be the first yellow of the race.
And the defending
That was a
winner
big hit.
BP was in it, so we are guaranteed.
And I think that has been 3 times this weekend. Once in the truck, shell, and now cup that Michael Cormet's racing car has crashed at that exact same area.
Yeah, remember back in the truck race we had the teammates
Maine.
of Maine and Jackhammer.
Yeah.
Both getting that similar style of a wreck.
And a Byron fan had that same incident yesterday almost.
But boy, yeah, that incident, that corner has been tough for the MKR cars. It already takes out one in the cup race, and it also takes out defending winner Bailey Parker as well, as we'll take a replay after we get the race back to the line.
Yeah, and that will guarantee that BP will not go back-to-back at this track.
Yeah, tough luck for him. Tough luck all season for that 4 team. As both the 93 and the 4 are out, unsurprisingly.
Of course, the 4 being the defending winner here.
And the 81 will lead them back to the yellow.
All right, let's take a look at what happened. As you see, Zevel, I think all those cars were able to keep going. Even Slinky, after smoking, was able to keep it going. But he'll be off the pace, most likely.
Probably
Now,
not might have been engine damage, as I assumed.
yeah, it must have been suspension or something. Because it definitely wasn't engine. If it was an engine, he would have definitely been out of the race. As let's see here. See what happens. Aiden Walker getting into the corner. You see Landon got a little bit roughed up by the 4 there. And Walker is going to slide up the track. I think misjudging the gap behind Landon. And he's going to hook Landon into Bailey Parker. And Walker and Parker go off the road and hard into the tire barriers.
That was a big hit, too.
Yeah, and Landon was lucky he walked out of that with a clean race car.
Yeah. Well, I want to look at that again. So, Walker's going to slide up into Landon, then Landon's going to get turned into BP, and I feel like that's what kind of saved Landon was getting the BP, or else he's going to go into the barriers, too.
Yeah, I mean, Landon, nothing he could do. Nothing that was in his fault. He was getting turned to Bailey Parker, and nothing he could really do. Yeah, Walker, I think, just misjudged the gap, and like I said, that's what we're gonna see a lot out of this track, and these drivers today. At this corner is the toughest for these drivers, and it's the toughest it's the toughest corner to negotiate around side by side. So you ride on board with Bailey Parker hard into the tire barriers. And we're going to take a look from Aiden Walker as well. As there's Byrne getting back on the racing surface. There we go. Riding on board with Aiden Walker. Yeah, I think he just had it. I thought he had more space behind the 63, which is a common occurrence, which is commonly why accidents happen at this track, especially at that corner. We just saw the incident with Zevel, Byrne, and Slinky happen because of that. Just off the hairpin this time around, and that puts us under the first yellow. Oh wow! Nickname and the 25 are destroyed.
Wait, what just happened?
Was there a stack up?
Must have been, but that's an excessive amount of damage, though. Hold on.
This must have been to the race back or something.
Something happened to
Oh my goodness!
Wow! Something happened to the 97. Go back to that. Hold on. Go back further. Hold on. There's something up in the 97 because he was ahead of the 75. Right, yeah, right here.
He went wide the hairpin.
Yeah, he goes wide. That's going to affect his speed. So, Thunder's going to try to get around him, but also Nickname's right behind him, too.
Oh, yeah. So Thunder tries to get in front of Nickname to, get around Sean. The slow moving Sean, and then coming into the corner, Nickname's just going to...
Wow,
hooked him.
That's pretty uncalled for.
And, oh my gosh! Upside down goes to 25. And over.
Ooh.
Boy, that is a tough hit.
I think he's definitely lucky he hit passenger side. If that was driver's side, that would be a...
Oh, he still might be hurting, though. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
but
That was
at
just
at the,
that was an unbelievable impact.
but
We've
at the very least, it was passenger side. If it was driver side,
Oh
much worse.
God,
It's just yeah,
reason
same.
why those turns on track are called Calamity Corner.
goodness.
Wow.
And we already talked about how his chase was not going to plan, but I think this is only going to make it worse. I think he might be in elimination range in Phoenix after this
Mm,
track. And oh my gosh, there's no safer barrier there either.
yeah,
That's concrete wall.
yeah.
Well, if that's a concrete wall, that's still gonna ring him.
Mm, yeah.
Boy,
His Thunder's had some very, very tough week for sure.
yeah,
Really, ever since his 3 win in a row streak, he he has not done that great.
that is
And
just. I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen a car get hooked into the wall like that. Just
yeah,
left hook and sideswipes the wall at 100 and over 100 miles an hour.
and perhaps you could say he sold his soul for those 3 wins in a row and for the regular season championship with the amount of bad luck he's had.
And goes up and over. That's the second time that he's. Well, that's the third time in his career that he's ever flipped in the Fantasy
Yep.
Cup Series.
And that's twice that he's flipped in the chase, I believe.
No.
As no,
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, in the
Talladega
chase.
last season.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in the chase in general, yeah.
Yeah,
But wow,
man.
2 straight DNFs to the 25, and ultimately, also that'll put him over a race worth points behind the points leader.
Yeah, he's got to come in clutch here at Phoenix, Miami.
So it actually looks like Slinky will get the free pass after if we saw that smoke from his machine. And I think these guys might get the wave around as well.
Yeah, they're ahead of the lead lap cars and behind the pace car. So
Oh
typically,
shoot.
oh, wait, what? Oh,
Oh, I think. Oh, there's.
wait, what?
Oh, I think we're. Are we going? I think we're going green this time by, and that's about.
Oh shoot! Wait, quadruped
Yeah.
is damage.
Oh wow, that must have been a stack up.
Yeah, that's the thing that I hate about. Excuse me, that I hate about this track is all the stack ups under caution. I mean, it's not that hard to kind of like spread out, but so Zell's gonna go around the pace car, but not.
Slinky and Burner are also supposed to go around the pace car, but they're not doing so.
Huh. Go an extra. What? Go an extra lap under caution.
I'm gonna. Well, I don't think I can. I'm just gonna have to throw another yellow.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know why
I
they.
gotta throw another yellow.
Yeah. No idea why Slinky and Burner are refusing to go.
Yeah, Seville went around. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they take the green,
Okay,
throw the
now
yellow
they go.
out. No, but yeah, I gotta throw the yellow anyway.
Yeah.
So that'll keep us under yellow. So yeah, that's a lesson learned, I think, because I think I just have to give their lap back instead of just instead of waving them around, because that's
Yeah.
how road course cautions work. They only spend like 1 lap under yellow and then just do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, those guys got the wave around and they'll be back in the lead lap, and we'll be going green this time by hopefully. But if not, then that's fine. We'll go green next time. So we'll go green next time by. Pablo will still be the leader, and same line will be the same. But yeah, as you mentioned, Moff, Quadruped does still have damage. I think that might have been due to a stack up under yellow, but I think that isn't the worst thing that we've seen. As whoa.
Oh, what?
Oh, I think some guys are pitting. Yeah, some guys are pitting.
Oh, okay.
So Quadruped's going to come to pit road under this under the extended yellow.
Yeah, of course we haven't ran that many laps in their green, so
So guys are changing up their strategies now. So this is gonna, and it's mixed strategies too. So this is gonna cause a change in track position.
Right.
As looks like only a few cars come in. This looks like Quadruped took fuel only, no damage to be repaired to his car, but he has to wait at the pit exit for all the other cars to go by.
As he goes in now, says Brick right there in the 2. By the way, some news that came out earlier this week, if I can find it. Going forward for Season 9, Ryan Blaney Racing, that you have seen the Truck Series, will not assume ownership of Team Penske going forward.
Forgot to mention that as well.
Yeah. And they do plan on going back to Ford after Season 9, as they have ran Dodge this season, and they will next season.
And so we will go green this time by. Same front row, Pavo and Brandon Beal, as it has been for the first 9 laps of this race. This time
Yeah.
Jessica is in third.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I go off character for a bit? Because Bob Hawkers just tweeted Justin Haley, who finished 17th, has been disqualified for the race. His car failed to meet minimum weight. No other issues in tech.
Okay. That's wild.
So also, you mentioned Brandon Beal in the front row. Remember, he did win at Watkins Glen a couple months ago. So he does have some good experience on road courses. And also Pavo.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I feel like adding on to that, Brandon Beal is a very strong road course racer. But go on about Pavo.
Yeah, so Pavo, he currently sits 11th going into this race. He is basically on the brink of elimination, joining Zevel. And so if he wins this race, that is definitely going to be huge. I don't know if that's going to help him win the championship, but it's definitely going to help him stay in the battle.
They're coming back to the green flag. It'll be Pavo and Brandon Beal at the front of the field. As lots of drivers have changed track position after those pit stops. As here we go, gonna be finally back under green. Green flag, and Brandon Beal has gotten the jump, and he has gotten the lead. What a restart for the 47. Out of turn 1 is Brandon Beal over Pavo, over Jessica, over Patrick Starr. As they are the top 4 single file. Ebenezer Spooch trying to get 5th from Henry McHarrold, but is forced out wide. Trying to go back to the inside.
Look at all the chase drivers starting to enter the top 10.
Yeah, you see Legends in there as well with Truexpan.
You also got Sean right there in the 97. Of course, winning 2 races at Kansas last weekend.
Thought I heard some contact further back, but I guess it was nothing. As Brandon Beal leads out of the hairpin. Jessica, I think, went wide. And she lost the spot to Patrick Starr and is now under pressure from Pedro McCarroll as well.
Ender's going to stay behind her.
Oh, Jessica into the pits. Wow. Oh, my. Wow. That's unbelievable. Jessica into the pits a lap after the green flag.
A very
peculiar decision, I must say. Oh, wow.
Wait, there must have been a wreck.
Oh, yeah. Hector Daniel has damage.
Hector was up front, too. Hold on.
I think that's where the
Oh
contact
no.
sound came from.
Oh.
That must have been what I was hearing, for sure.
Looking at the roof damage, I assume the worst.
It must have happened down here too.
I I could have sworn I saw a car get sideways on that straightaway, but I thought it was my eyes just seeing something, but
Yeah, I'm not sure what
not
happened.
good.
I actually have no idea what could have just happened here.
Because I saw at the very top of the screen a car like dart to the left. I thought,
Oh, it might have been right here. No, it must have been down the straightaway again then.
yeah. It was probably later
Yeah,
down.
we were looking at Jessica going wide there, and the game is paused. So this is what we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I think he might have. I think he might have just had the same thing happen as the 25 just did. He might have just got
And
left hooked. Oh my goodness, he
yes,
did.
and
Oh my
oh my
goodness.
jeez.
So not only the 25 gets hooked, it's left hook into the wall, but now the 44 does as well.
He had the very least stayed on all four. Well, didn't stay on all fours, but like didn't roll over.
Yeah, he didn't roll over. Yeah.
May
But
I
that
just
is,
say he was very lucky. It was a rear end impact.
but still, wow, that is unbelievable. That's crazy. That's twice in a row that we've seen that type of crash.
Wow.
I've never seen that before.
And Ebenezer,
I've never seen someone get left hooked into that corner twice.
yeah, that's huge for Ebenezer because he's also in the chase and also had a hard contact with the wall there.
He was able to get it back going though, unlike Hector Daniel.
Yeah, but probably a lot of damage though. Yep, right there.
Yeah, huge damage to the side. That might put an end to his race as well.
Yeah.
But
And
boy, I just don't know what he was thinking there.
yeah. And
Oh, he's a rookie and all in his first full-time Cup Series season, but he's a race
Ebenezer,
winner too.
yeah, Ebenezer came to this race 7th in points, 51 points back of Patrick Starr, who leads the points.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds,
Jesus.
and that'll be another yellow as well.
Yeah. I think he'll keep going though, but
Yep, Hector could not keep going, so that will be the cause of the yellows, and that is perfect timing for Jessica because she had, I don't know why she went onto the into the pits. That was totally different. As Brandon Beal will lead.
I think I know why she did that because perhaps she knew like a caution was happening and maybe they're going to assume that these guys are going to pit.
Oh, she's
So
still
that,
on pit road. She's having a very long stop. Somebody's got to be under the hood of messed up under the hood of that 77.
yeah, I was going to say, I think the only reason why she would pit, unless it's like mechanical or whatever, would be to get ahead of these guys when they come down pit road under caution.
Yeah, as you see the remaining three Almost Rebels racing cars battling here, as Brandon Beal will lead us back to the yellow. Has Jessica got the car back going? I think she has, but now she's got damage. Boy, Jessica has had a rough few laps, as I'm not sure what just happened to her. I think she's trying to go around everybody.
Going through the grass doing so.
Choosing
Yeah,
to make the car a better lawnmower than a race car.
yeah, that's pretty a weird spot to go around the whole field, but I guess it's working. But yeah, she got damage. I'm not sure what that damage was from, but very interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Now she's going to lose those spots again.
Yeah,
So I'm
not
not sure
getting
what
that. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure what she's doing either. So this has been a very interesting race in a few types of ways. As now she's going to get past the field. And now she finally passes the pace car. But yeah, I'm still not sure why she's on pit road and then she's still taking the grass. I think she has some steering damage on that machine. She's gonna pit again. As Brandon Beal will lead.
Hopefully, she doesn't have that pit glitch where she comes up pit road every lap.
Oh no, I mean, she was on pit road for like a few minutes
Yeah.
after the yellow was out. As she is right now, is she a lap down? I think she's still in the lead lap for right now, but once that pace car passes her, she'll be a lap down.
Yeah.
And Ebenezer will pit. Probably to fix that damage. And a few other cars come in. That's it's Board in the 12 and Quadruped in the 45 as well.
Yep.
So under yellow again, and you know, if we have constant cautions early, then we'll go single file restarts.
Yeah.
We'll see if Ebenezer keeps it going here. I think he will, but well, let's see.
There's no way.
I mean, that car is pretty beat up, but it's still possible that he can somehow keep it going if the crew manages to repair that left side.
Yep.
And they don't get much out of it, but he's still going to be going. So Ebenezer just trying to continue and pick up as many points as he possibly can. As Jessica is once again stuck on pit road. So we'll be going green this time by Brandon Beal. This time will lead us to the field with Pavo in second. Patrick Starr still looming there in third. And it is Pedro McHarrold in fourth. And Red is fifth. As we'll go double file. And here we go. Third restart of the day. On lap 13. Hopefully we can get a decent run going this time. But if not, then we'll go single file for the restarts for the rest of this race. Base car is in. And we are racing once again at Canadian Tire. And like Brandon B on the last restart, Pavo got a huge jump on this restart and gets to the lead. Patrick Starr making a look up ground. Couldn't get by Brandon Beal. He's in third. And Pedro McHarrold will slot into fourth as Red is pushed off by Dudes Castroneves and might lose a spot. Going through the rest of the field, looks all clean for now. As Jessica is still on pit road. Having some sorts of issues there. As Pava will still lead them down to the hairpin. Patrick Starr runs wide. Pedro McHarrold runs wide. Here comes Red to the inside, in fact, of the 27 of Castroneves.
Lingering there is the 5. Like a bit of a push for the 11.
And the 11 will slot right in front of the 5 and the 27. So far, so good. As one car going into pit road, that's Moff. And I believe he might have just had another one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think we need to go single file.
Yeah. Well, the game is paused right now, but Moff, obviously third in points, had a bad week last week, and now has a wreck this week, and might have happened with Quad. Oh yeah, right here. He actually pushed Quad into the outside into the wall again. Boy, that might be the calamity corner of this race. That it might not even be the penultimate corner. It might be this corner right here.
Yeah, because that's the third time it happened.
Well, I think Quad was able to. I think Quad was able to keep it going, but he just got beached right there, didn't he?
Looked like it.
Yeah. So I guess that's a yellow. I mean, even though he could have kept it going. So yeah, we'll be going to single file restarts this time after this yellow. Pablo still has the lead. Arthur on the high side of Castroneves. He's going to lose a few spots. As Sean gets a little squirrely right in front of those guys. And I think Moff is going to beat the Pablo to the exit of pit road, so he'll stay in the lead lap. And the caution will be out. For the fourth time today, I think this is. As Sean has gotten wrecked now.
Oh, what?
My goodness.
Where at?
Everything is falling apart for these Almost Rebels racing cars. I don't even know how he wrecked. Oh my goodness, he got hooked by the 15. The 15 hooked him on the race back. And both of them went into the tire barrier. So Almost Rebels Racing, who was looking to bounce back after a bad week at Kansas, has now got 3 cars out of the race. Only one remaining, or two cars out of the race now, but one who's just involved in the incident that caused the last caution. And I'll tell you, they are just not having a good day. And Brandon Beal will pit.
It looks like he's gonna take a different strategy.
Yep, so Beal pits under this yellow. I think he's the only one to come in out of the whole field. Actually, Legends is pitted as well.
So it's
And
Byrne,
he's taking 2 tires only, or maybe not, because that's a pretty long stop.
Zach's in, Slinky's in.
Yeah, the 11 looks like, or the 5 actually looks like he has the left sides up for a while. I'm not sure I don't know what they've got going on there.
Either the jack's not going down or they're having trouble putting the tire on.
Well, if the
Either
jack's still,
way.
if you can just pull it out, you'll have to.
Yeah, I think they're. Oh, now he's finally gotten out. So I think they might have just had some issues getting the tires on it. And we'll be going green this time by, and it will be single file. As Brandon Beal will not be in the top 2 this time, as he just pitted. So did the 5. And here we go. Back to the restart. And green flag. Pavo will lead us. And boy, car's already sliding. Busy saw had a big slide off of the last corner. As now, Pavo being challenged for the lead into turn 1 by Patrick Starr.
Patrick Starr trying to go back-to-back after winning last week at Kansas. Currently fighting for that lead with the 81.
Looks like the 81 is going to have it after Patrick Starr got forced wide there.
No problem. 13 could probably try to force the 81 wide heading into the hairpin.
So we've seen happen a lot this race. As boy, oh wow, the 11 just doored the 92.
A lot of drivers getting doored as they go side by side through that area.
And you see Joe Kwan. I have no idea how he or loading same.
You got that very early
I
in
don't
the
know how
race.
he got that rear end damage. I'll
No,
tell
he
you
got
what,
that.
a lot of stuff is happening this race.
Yeah.
And Brandon Beal will get past his teammate Zevel as he's about to be
Oh,
hooked into the wall. Never mind. That was close though.
feeling optimistic he would.
And Pavo now leads. Has a 7/10 gap.
Ooh.
Oh boy, we have a crash,
Oh,
big crash.
Oh,
Beal.
Beal's in it.
he was
Boy,
on the.
Beal. Yeah,
Wow,
Beal's
Nicky.
running up front and Nikki as well. Looks like they're both going to keep it going though.
Oh, there might have been more up here.
Nope. But Beal's going to keep it going. But wow. That's the consequence of pitting and losing all that track position.
And it's really a big risk just losing all that position.
Oh
Let's
boy,
also
Nikki got turned off of. Oh wow, he got turned in a very weird spot. Oh, he got
got
turned off
into
the
his
quarter. Yeah, got to the quarter panel of his boss, Matthew Hill.
Ooh.
and not to mention that the car that got into him after the fact is his future teammate.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
I think Josh also hit the 87.
He did, yeah.
I
Wow.
don't know if Josh has that much damage, but
Yeah, that's a very weird spot to get turned at, I must say. Looks like
wait,
Nicky was trying to go to the inside of the 90, and boy, they just met at a really weird spot, and 87 went into the outside wall, bounced off of that into the inside wall, and then spun it out. Got clipped by the 24. 65 and 45 have a good wreck avoidance, and boy, Beal just drilled the 87. So the 47 looks like he's going to be out, but they kept it going, so we will stay under green flag racing conditions.
That is hoping the 47 can make it back.
Yeah, we'll see if he can even do it.
Going
On the
very
uphill
slow,
part,
but he
it
is.
might be a struggle when they get up to him, if they do get up to him.
Outlaw Molina side by side.
Man, it just I mean, if you're one of the drivers behind, it's got to scare you if people are side by side into that corner.
Yeah, I heard tire smoke and then saw that happening. Looks like Beal and Nikki are still going.
He's a bit slow though.
Yeah.
He might just be trying to go around at that constant 20, or might just stop.
I think he's gonna make it though. He's having a bit of problems there. As is the 81 who leads. And the 45 and 24 going side by side. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say this 24 is lucky that he's still going.
He
I
is.
hit the 87 pretty hard.
He got into him, but I don't think he got into him enough to where it really damaged the car. I mean, he had a lot of momentum, but I think it was just the angle he hit him at.
And the 87 is
Oh,
not gonna make it
gonna
back.
come
Yep,
to a
that's gonna be a
stop.
caution.
As boy, he just held up a
Oh.
lot of guys.
Ooh, that could have been bad.
Yeah, it could have been terrible.
He'll be.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Wrecking Legends. That was close.
Whew. And add that to the list of things that'll scare you.
And Beal is still trying to make it back.
Oh, don't come up there.
Watch out, watch out.
Oh, Lord.
He's gonna make it. No
Okay,
issues
good.
there. And so the caution is out yet again. Still have yet to get a green flag run going. So yeah, we obviously took a look at that replay, and the 87 and both the 87 and the 47 are going to be out, obviously. But man, they just can't stop wrecking. So yeah, the 87, obviously we know that he had this crash here, riding on board.
That
He
was
gets
a hard
wheeled
wreck, too.
once, and oh, just go twice.
Oh, when he got hit a second time, that was violent.
But the thing I'm confused about is that he's still got it going at the first part after that wreck.
Yeah, but you got to think about the damage he had afterwards.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Maybe
ruptured
he
the
was
fuel
leaking
tank.
fuel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he might have ruptured the fuel
Yeah.
tank. That's what I'm thinking.
Or just a fluid leak in general. It might not just be fuel.
So he's still able to keep it going here, and then that's where the engine cuts out.
Yeah. By
And
that point, you can do. I mean, he's going uphill, so he's
Yeah.
already lost a lot of momentum.
And from there, he could not get back. And the field was coming to him very quickly, so the caution had to be thrown. They do say cautions breed cautions, but this is the worst case of it. Not many of the chase guys have had issues today. I mean, Jessica, Thunder,
I mean,
Sean,
most of
and
them,
Moff have had their fair share of issues, but I'm surprised.
most
not
of them have
everyone.
really stayed clean. I mean,
Yeah,
this
not
is probably
sure.
the least chase cars we've seen have issues in a chase race so far. But there's still a good 30 laps left, so could change. Of course, the ones that have had issues have had really bad problems. I mean, Thunder is the biggest example of that.
Yeah, he might be hurt as well.
Yeah.
After that huge wreck. We'll get an update on him as soon as we can. As looks like the whole field's pitting this time.
Except for
Nope,
Patrick.
Patrick's staying out.
22 staying out. So is the 18, the 2 and the 33, and the 27. The 3 and the 54, and the 12.
We'll see if staying out works. The 24.
I mean, the biggest one to stay out of all those was Fnatic. One of the chase guys looking for some points, looking for some track position.
So, this is a long 22 laps.
Yeah, this was a very
a lot
long
of them under caution. But,
This race
I
is
mean,
now
that's
for nearly an
precisely-
hour.
Well, that's also with accelerations like through the sim, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just accelerates the timer with it.
And the 78 is actually going to keep going after that, after having his crash.
It's just logging laps, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to get something out of nothing.
I mean, Rex have been the staple of this race, so we'll see if they can somehow get it back, get back to the line with a pretty good green flag run, but I don't know. That 33's up there with no rear bumper, but we saw a 78 finish 10th without a hood once, so I don't know. We don't know what his pace is gonna be like until we know.
It's a road course, so I mean anything can happen.
Yeah, like I said, we saw a 78 finish 10th without a hood.
Funny enough, happened at this track.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. Anything can happen here.
The
And
only thing
obviously,
is,
like
I mean,
we know, this track is not going to be on the schedule next season.
of
So,
course, on the case for that 33, he doesn't have a rear bumper cover, so that means that he's gonna have a lot more downforce going around this track, which might actually help him.
well, he looks like he still has the cover, but he doesn't have much of it left.
Yeah, exactly. So he's gonna have a little bit more downforce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized I changed it.
Yeah. And green flag once again. And Biz already looking for a move to the inside of the
But
22.
Commander Brick is gonna take advantage.
Yeah.
Because Patrick blocked it
Oh
really
boy,
quickly.
Casper through
Oh,
the wall. And
what
they
a
say
save! Never
no.
mind.
And
Oh,
Marcus.
oh,
Holy.
oh no!
And Mark is
Oh,
literally riding the wall.
Hey, he's
be careful!
skateboarding and
He's
up and
upside
over.
down. Oh
God.
no! Oh,
That was a big hit.
and that's just the risk that they take just for one position.
Dude, that is
You
unbelievable. That is
you
that
may
is actually unreal.
you may think they don't think
Did we
like
go
fifth or
single
sixth
file?
is that big a deal. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we did.
Dude, this is
you may
actually insane. So the 3 gets
they
to the 27 and then comes back up right in front of the 54 and then just rides the. Dude, this is actually
that was a
crazy.
hard hit.
Honestly, that was kind of badass. I will say
Yeah,
that.
it kind of was.
Dude, this is
Casey Kane.
actually so stupid.
Wait, was that Casey did that?
Yeah, no, it was Casey Kane. And
Images,
Martin Truex did it too.
images that unironically go hard.
No, no, it's like me and CCRS. Anyways,
Dude, at this point, I'm honestly like, if we have Rex like in the back, I might just keep it green, dude.
valid.
And there's
Oh
another one,
my
bro.
Oh, that's
god.
Fuck. What the fuck is actually happening, bro?
this. The shell race is actually really good, but it's like, nah.
Yeah, not that's not
Oh.
related to the cup race. And Connor just got absolutely
Bow,
murdered by
bow,
Zach,
bow,
and
bow,
that's
bow.
Slinky's second wreck of the day.
And that's why he's going to become a reserve driver. You can only occasionally see him.
And Landon just got doored by the 17, and now
Oh
Carter's
no,
quitting.
they're
And Connor is pissed on the radio.
And Pavo's gonna take the lead back.
so we're still green or
Yeah, I said if Rex in the back are probably
Oh,
gonna be green
okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, Papa takes back the lead. As it looks like, I think the guys that stayed out pitted. Yeah,
Yeah, they did. That's what I said. This is damn. I did not expect
This
it to
race
go this way.
is turning into a
Well,
crapshoot, is what we'll say.
And we have like what, 20 something laps to go.
Like 28, 27.
Listen, we're already closing in on halfway, and look at the amount of wrecks we've had.
Yeah, I think we have like
But
5
let's look
now.
at the amount of DNFs we've had.
Well, it's not.
Oh
It's
my
not that
God.
big. That's not big enough amount, but
Okay,
that's
but
30
it's early in the
normal, like,
race.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's like. I mean, there's a lot of damage. I mean, I will give you that. There's a lot of damaged cars in this race. A lot of damaged cars. As now the I see the 3 and I don't know how the 3 has not been classified as DNF'd yet. If he somehow gets that thing back going, dude.
I will think that is the coolest thing we've seen all season.
All time.
And so now I think they're gonna get spread out. So we're actually gonna get a green flag run here. But Pavo is leading by over almost a second over the 11. These two have been the class of the field. Well, one of the, it's like I don't know 3 or 4 drivers that have been the class of the field. Pavo, Red, Patrick Starr. Patrick Starr's been running in top 3 almost the whole entire race up to this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
also
like-
the points leader.
He's
Tony,
like the only consistent driver in this race.
Telling you,
Him and
that,
Pavo.
And Pavo's been leading for like almost the whole entire race.
telling you, that Kansas
Yeah.
will spark the fire in him.
Yeah, I mean, for his point situation as well, he needed to have a good day. I mean, a top 20 I think would have cut it, but if he gets a win today, that'll definitely boost his chances.
The only thing he really probably wants to see is Patrick Starr to
Yeah,
wreck. but
wreck. Because actually, Patrick Starr is Oh, you know what? That actually throws a wrench into things. Because if Patrick Starr wins this race, because you know Patrick Starr is 2 spots behind Pavo, right?
yeah.
Pavo is 88 points behind Patrick Starr, who is the points leader. If right now, if Patrick Starr and Pavo were to be switched, and if they were to finish like that, Pavo would be eliminated from the chase. Because right now, Pavo entering this race was 88 points behind Patrick Starr, and was 88 points behind Patrick Starr. But now, but the elimination gap after this race is 86 points. Actually, you know what? I don't think it matters if Patrick Starr finishes 3rd and Pavo wins. Pavo's still gonna be out of the chase
Oh, that's
because
unfortunate.
this is gonna be an 86-point gap.
Yeah, and with 2 races left, you can't really make up 86 points.
Yeah. No, but like no, that's not my point though. But like, it would be this is another 2. So if they'd finished like this, Pavo would get 42 points, and Patrick Starr would get
Yes.
40 points.
Yes.
So that means that Pavo would only gain 2 points on Patrick Starr as a whole.
Which
means
would
he
not be big enough of a gain.
Yeah. So right now, I think Pavo is just hoping that Max Molina or somebody else can pass this 13 car. And look at the 3 is going back onto the track.
Oh
What
my
a
Are
god!
you kidding me?
What a
Are
legend.
you kidding me? Wait,
You
hold on,
He
where-
is
there he
gotta
is.
be kidding me.
That is unbelievable.
Shades of
cannot-
Dale Earnhardt.
You cannot make this up. You really cannot make this up.
And he's actually keeping up.
Oh my god.
With the
This is
78 gap.
beautiful.
Dude, this is
Biblical
literally-
scenes.
Look at the roof. Look at the roof. The roof is like pushed in. And it's
Does
got
the
scratches
number
all over it.
does the number not say anything?
Dude, of course. bro.
Biblical scenes right here.
This is such a Dale Earnhardt thing to do.
It took him 3 days and he's back
Why do you think Marcus won 2 Fantona 500s?
because he doesn't quit.
And let's see if he can actually like stay ahead of these guys too. That would be actually funny. As the 65 is finally deemed out of the race, Mark is still going somehow, but 3 laps down. And it looks like he's not coming back to pit road either. So if he finishes a late race like this, that's gonna be funny. But Pavo. So anyway, back to the Pavo situation. You know, Pavo, even though that's if he were to win today and still get eliminated, I wouldn't know how to feel. if I were him. I mean, you won the race, but you're still eliminated from chase contention. I mean, that's not happened to anybody. So really, I think the objective for the 81, or I think what the 81 is hoping for is just for the 17 to pass the 13 right now. Let's look at the running order right now. For now, it is Pavo who has the lead. Red still looking for that first career win in second. Patrick Starr, who just won last week is the points leader in third. Max Molina in fourth. Landon fifth. Arthur having a good run in sixth. Truexpan is seventh. Truexpan actually nearly won at this track last season, but got an unlucky caution right as he was coming to take the white flag.
Don't forget he won on a road course this season.
Yeah, that was Riverside. And right behind him is the 92, who we mentioned thrives on long green flag runs like these. Currently running 8th. Outlaw, this is his home race. Running in 9th. Lynn running in 10th. Gaming Freak, the other Canadian driver, running in 11th. Two Canadians are doing pretty good today in their home race. And they both drive for OME, as a matter of fact. And these guys are 20th, 21st. They all pitted earlier. As
Oh yeah, I
Patrick
just remember.
Starr coming up to Mark.
I was just remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say. So you know how if Red wins, right, it would be his first career win.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you take a look at the sponsor he has, Canadian Tire.
Yeah, he'd win in the Canadian Tire car at Canadian Tire.
Yeah, get the sponsor a win at its home track. But if he wants to do that, he really needs to start pushing and working to get to that 81.
Yeah. Right now, the gap is just over half a second.
I would
But
assume right now though you'd want to save your stuff. I don't think you want to push it right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Pavo, you're wanting to, save your stuff, save fuel a little bit. And
You're anybody right now.
again.
Try to make it to where you can get that one more stop. Because I would assume that you want to pit.
And really, track position is everything here at Canadian Tire. It's hard to pass people under green, so really, that's why we see drivers be so aggressive on the restarts. But I think for these guys that stayed out at the last caution and then pitted, they're wanting a caution right now.
I don't think anybody wants a caution right now.
Well, like I said, for these guys that stayed
Except
out
for the leader.
No, I'm saying, everybody wants a caution. I said nobody wants a caution.
Except for the leaders, that's what I would think. Everybody except for maybe like first to fifth.
I thought you were saying nobody wants a caution.
No. I'm saying everybody except for first to fifth.
I know.
Because they want good track position.
Yeah. Coming to 20 to go. When Pava hits the line, I think they still have to pit one more time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could make a good 20 laps. So, I think your best bet is maybe pit next couple of laps. You can make it maybe.
But yeah, if Pavo, if he still has the lead, but he still has that 13 in third, that's not good for him. Even if that 13 makes up time on pit strategy and gets past the 11 or even the 81, yeah, Pavo would be pretty much out of it. If Pavo wins, or if the Patrick Starr wins, and then that means Pavo's out basically.
Yeah.
Pavo's probably going to be out no matter
Actually,
how
wait,
good.
no, I think you just said it wrong, Thunder.
No,
I think you said it wrong.
No, if Patrick Starr wins, then Pavo's going to be out.
Yeah, you said it the other way around.
I know. I corrected myself.
Well, you said earlier even the situation as it is right now, Papa would still be out.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
he can't have Patrick Star 2 cars behind him. Or
And
even just 1 car behind him.
I don't think Molina and Landon passing him would fix that much either. At this point, he'd probably hope for the
Yeah.
13 to wreck.
Yeah, I mean, even if he were to survive today, you know, he'd still have an 81. Like if it were to finish, like Max Molina would pass Patrick Star, and Max Molina would be third, and Patrick Star would be fourth. He would still be 85 points back heading into Phoenix, and that's pretty much elimination unless the points leader wrecks.
Which, considering how he's the points leader, he's just been consistent all season. I don't see it happening.
And that is probably, and those odds are probably below a 1% chance.
Yeah, for Patrick Starr's standards he's put on himself this season, I don't see.
But for Pavo, look at this. This is another obstacle that he's gonna have to figure out.
Oh, he's
how
got
it
to get
passed.
around
He's gotta,
Slinky and
gotta get
Mac.
around 21 and the 68. I think that is. Yes, that's the 68. See Patrick Starr ran a little bit wide there. And here's the 881 going around the 21.
Gotta be careful here. I know he's a lap car, but
Yeah. Gotta be careful no matter
sometimes
what.
they
This is
do
this is
some
gonna
low intelligence moves.
yeah, this is gonna hold up the 11. I'd think. Yeah.
Yep, heavily, big time.
Yeah, big time. I mean, he's the only place he's got to pass him. He's gonna pass him is a straightaway.
He can
There he
just take his
goes.
draft. There it is.
So
That
Red
gets
finally
Slinky off
passed
the line.
Slinky, but that's exactly what Pavo. Well, that's what Pavo wanted if he wants to win this race. But he's just got to hope.
Now he's got to get around Zach.
Now the 13th stuck in this traffic with the 21. So this is the perfect opportunity for Max Molina to pass Slinky. If Patrick Starr, I don't think he's gonna be able to pass him because he caught him at a very bad spot. He's gonna look down low.
Oh, this might be where Pavo's prayers get answered.
Oh yeah, he ran wide right there. Looks like he was able to keep it in front of the 20s. Look at the 11. The 11 got a huge run on the 81. I think the 81 made a mistake behind the 68, and now here comes the 11 of Red.
Red's there. He's gonna try and get him.
Side by side.
Side by side. Oh. And the Canadian Tire car is taking the lead in Canadian Tire.
But let's see. Papa's going to try and fight it back on the outside. Barely any room for him up there.
Red has the inside, and he's to the lead.
So Red has taken the lead at Canadian Tire. But now, how does he deal with the lap traffic? How does Red overcome the lap traffic now? That's the real question.
And it's going to be a struggle for him.
If Red makes a mistake behind this lap car, then Pavo's there to pounce as well.
He's still got Pavo.
Oh, Pavo made him another mistake.
Oh,
and now here comes the 13.
What I was going to say is he's still got Pavo breathing down his neck, but now Pavo's got Patrick Starr breathing down his neck.
And now, this is where the hopes for the 81 go up in smoke.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
There's still a pretty long ways to go, but this is definitely going to tarnish his chances as Patrick Starr is trying to muscle his way to the inside for second. Still side by side, and the 81's going to send it in, but the 13 is going to get the spot here. Down to turn 1, Patrick Starr is clear and into second. So now, the 81 has a new objective. Try and hope that this 13 wrecks or something like that. If he has something go wrong for him. But look at all this lap traffic up here. There's a lot more lap traffic as Red goes to the outside of Jessica.
And let's also point out, Red is not going to return to the Cup Series next season.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's just some really congested up lap traffic. And Pavo. Oh boy, he got blocked by the lapper. Got blocked by the lapper of Zach.
Yep, and there's Landon.
And I think Pavo has got to be mad right now.
Yeah. For sure. Now it's gonna bring Truexpan into this. As Pavo's pitting.
And so is Landon
The
and
13
Patrick
and the
Star.
11.
The leaders are pitting.
Yep. Truexpan's in as well. I think everyone's coming to pit road now. The 5's coming in. It's kind of funny seeing that 3 on the track. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Wait a second.
Oh, wait, what?
boy.
Oh boy. Oh.
I thought we had
Scary.
to crash. I thought we had to crash somewhere, but I might be
Where's the
mistaken.
9? He was in 10. A while back,
Now
he was in 10.
13. Oh no, the 11 got off the pit road first.
Yeah.
Oh, but boy, Pavo had a terrible pit stop. That is the last thing he needed there.
Oh, now Outlaw's going to get
Outlaw.
around him. And Truex fan. Or at least he's going to make it look. Not really going to work.
Pavo blocked Truexpan there. Now he's got all these guys that stayed out right behind him. Actually, no, here they are. But they're going to be ways behind the leaders. And Max Molina, this is actually, he's actually cycled a second. Just ran wide there. Now Patrick Starr is going to be third. And Pavo is going to be way down the order compared to where he was. He was leading, but now just lost track position and just lost ground on the pit stops as well.
Really some unfortunate circumstances.
Ford pits. So does Slinky. So that's one more spot for the 81, but that does not matter. He has to finish 2 cars ahead, or actually 3 cars ahead of the 13. Or else his chase hopes are done for, and time is running out.
Especially because we're closing in on 10 to go.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what's going to happen there.
Molina still almost a second behind the 11, who has taken the lead in the later stages of this race, still looking for that first career victory. Hasn't had the most success with Eric Almirola Racing up to this point in his 2 seasons with them. Not returning for the team next season, but still trying to make a point that he still is worth a ride for next year.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting replaced by the 37 next season, as we know. And it was a mutual agreement and just a big thing. He wants to prove his worth.
If anything, if I'm a team
boy,
in the shelf thirds, I'd say keep an eye on Red.
Yeah.
And here's a 68. I don't think he'll impede anybody. Oh, he might impede the 81.
Oh.
Nope.
He gets around him pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the 81's hopes are probably over.
I mean,
I don't think there's enough.
unless something happens to the 13, the 81 is most likely going to be out. He has to do something. He has to turn on the jets or do something drastic to get this track position.
I mean, there's no more stops left, so I mean, I think at this point
Yeah, I mean a caution.
you hope for a caution.
A caution for the 81 would be the best case scenario, or just the 13 to have bad luck and get an engine failure. But X Factor has just been on point.
That 13 team has just been perfect all year long.
Ever since Patrick Starr jumped into the ride, it seemed that the X Factor has become unstoppable.
Yeah, leading the points, trying to lead them to their first ever championship, and that team only has 1 win.
which is
And that,
crazy.
and that would mean that in the Cup Series they only have 1 win. So that would mean that they would beat teams with over 10 wins and still and that would mean he would beat teams with no championships but still have over 10 wins.
That would show you consistency is really the key in the season. The reason
Yeah.
that he was been doing the reason he's been doing is so good is because of how consistent he's been all year long.
Speaking of consistency, Molina just ran wide there.
That is not consistency.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pedro
way wide
ran wide right
for
there.
Pedro.
That is for ninth. As there's Lynn to the inside, will be pushed by fellow rookie Craig Popkris. Even though those two are basically out of the Rookie of the Year contention. Boy, Popkris really abruptly jumps down to help the 32 there and almost doored the 92. So here's the rest of these cars. Here's Fanatic. That's all the way back there. Let's see what these guys do about the lap traffic. I mean, they're not too far away from them.
I think
10 to go for the 11.
I mean, if I'm red, I'm just saying that that's something I'm gonna deal with when I get there.
Oh, I forgot to save halfway replay like a long time ago.
I didn't even know we hit halfway because
Yeah.
I didn't even look at what lap it was.
Yeah, so next
Like
time
26,
by
I think.
will be 10 left.
10 to
10
go.
to go. Yep. And red has a huge advantage over the 17.
Yeah, this turned into a battle of two Fords.
How poetic would it be, though, for the 11, the Canadian Tire machine, to win at Canadian Tire?
While looking for a ride, winning with the track sponsor.
78 and the 77 just pitted. Do you think these guys can make to the end? I don't even
I
know.
think they
honestly.
can. I think they can. I think those cars pitted a lot earlier.
Well, we might be wrong. Let's see.
I mean,
Only
I
time will tell.
believe, but even if they can't, there's no way that the 11 has such a slow stop because I would assume it would just be a gas and go.
I mean, I guess, but
If they
anything
did.
can happen on these pit stops. If the 13 gets held up, that opens the door for the 81 pit crew to, to make up for their mistake earlier.
That's really a big showing of.
Just held up Trixpan there through that section.
Oh,
I don't think Trixpan will
teammates.
like that much.
That's going to be brought up in the meeting.
And here's Pavo trying to make up one of those spots that he lost on home hero Outlaw. Ultimately cannot get to the inside. Like we mentioned, track position is everything, and it can sometimes be very hard to pass in this track.
Yeah, but Pavo is all over him.
Yeah.
If anything, it'll be done on turn 1.
Oh!
Oh!
No. Oh, yeah.
That scares me every time.
Well, now
Ever since Mickey's wreck.
That's one less lap car that the 11 has to deal with, but all these guys behind them have to deal with it.
Which is unfortunate for them.
Any other lappers up ahead? The next one is Mark, but he's pretty
much up to speed.
He's pretty far up the road too.
I still think it's hilarious that he continued going.
Yeah, me too. That roof is pretty bad. Oh, that's a spot.
There goes Patrick Star.
And that's one more point for Patrick Star Rapavo.
And I don't even think Molina's going to be happy about that. I mean...
Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, for that mistake, yeah.
I don't even think it's just a mistake by him. I think he's going to be mad at Byrne.
Oh, whoa, contact!
Oh, Jesus!
He gets into him.
That could have ended with both cars into the concrete wall.
I think you're right.
Oh.
So they can't make it on fuel. No!
Which means it's going to be...
mechanical failure.
My God. Coolant leak.
That has
That
to be the
engine is
best news.
overheating.
That has to be the best news Pavo has received today.
1 spot, 2
Pavo has
spots,
never.
3, 4, and more.
Pavo
Unbelievable.
has never. Probably, I don't think he's ever had a bigger sigh of relief inside the car. That 81. I mean, oh my god.
I mean, his prayers
I
were
mean, he
just
gets it
answered there.
fixed. Outlaw also pitted, but seems like it was a quick coolant fix.
Unreal.
I mean, the issue with that, I mean, they said coolant leak. That could have been anything from a disconnected hose to a something else.
No,
But the
actually,
90's
this
bidding,
might
so I
not be
think we
over
might
yet.
not be able to make it
This
on
might-
fuel.
No, but this might not be over yet.
Yeah, because the
Look at
90 pitted and the 8 pitted, so I think I don't think
look
they
at
can make it
this.
on fuel.
Pavo is having the drive of his life, now trying to get another spot for the 63.
He's got to be praying that he can make it on fuel. He's got to be praying that all that time spent losing positions was for good.
Well, I don't know. For this 13, it might not be over yet. It depends on if these guys have to pit still.
It
That's what
really depends
on.
on how far back he drops back, though.
But where even is he? No,
Where
that's
is he?
Commander Rick. There he is. He is well, he's still on the lead lap, but yeah, that is a huge loss for him, though.
Dropping.
He's
I
with
mean,
the
he had a
cars
big
that-
enough gap, though.
Yeah,
He's back to 13.
as he's struggling to get around the 21, who is a lapper.
Yeah, Slinky's just not letting anybody by.
Still,
Basically taking out his anger.
I mean, I'm not sure how he's still 14th. That's crazy to me. Yeah, he's still 14th after all that. And Papa runs wide, gives a spot up to Landon.
And I think at this point, he's forgetting he
Pavo's
can't
safe.
beat himself on
Pavo-
this.
Pavo is safe right now, unless he comes within 2 cars of the 13.
I think the situation for Pavo, though, he's too busy on trying to push it.
Well, no,
So he might beat himself.
If Pavo comes within 2 positions of the 13, 2 or less positions within the 13, that would make him be out of the chase. But right now, he is currently almost 10 positions ahead of the 13.
He's got to be praying so hard inside that car.
Oh, Molina pitted. Molina
Oh.
pitted from second place.
I think Greg might have to pit.
Oh, hang on. This is not over yet. This is
This
definitely
is not over, folks. This is just getting started.
Where's the 11?
The 11
Yeah,
has not pitted yet.
we need to watch him. We need to watch Red.
And Patrick Starr goes by the 23. The 23 is running 6th.
Well, he was.
Here's Red. Has a
He's
6
catching up to his
gap
owner, though.
An 8-second gap over Landon.
I don't think his owner is going to want to hold him up.
Well, no, Matthew just pitted.
Yeah.
Just pitted, so he's on fresher tires or something like that.
I think it was just a gas and go.
What matters is
keep it on the 11.
Because clearly they cannot make it to the line. They cannot make it on fuel.
Yeah, they can't. There's no way. Unless
but
the 11 is saving.
The 13 passed the 23, and the 23 is running 6. He also passed the 8.
But also, just wait. The 11 is also staying behind the 90, so I think he's he's probably trying to take the draft to save some fuel.
So this might not be over. If Pavo needs to just have a good stop here. I mean, he's not running from the pits. He has to pit. Everybody has to pit. But what matters for him is that he needs the best stop that his crew can ever give him right here.
He needs the quickest gas and go he's ever seen in his life.
Where's that 11 right now? He's probably past the hairpin. No, he's about to be on the hairpin. And there's Mark in the picture.
Mark is trying to get passed by Matthew Hill.
Keep the cameras on him for this lap. We might not know if he's pitting or not.
We'll see. He's about to go by the 3 now. He's going to follow his boss.
Yeah, Hill's giving him draft. Could also be a fuel-saving measure.
Yeah, he could. He might, he might just, let off the throttle, go 75% when he's in that draft.
Yeah, because he's not pitting yet.
Not coming in yet. But these guys eventually have to.
We're coming to 4 to go.
Pavo's staying out.
Actually, I'm not even sure if they can make it or
I
not.
think they can.
They might be able to make it.
I
I'm
think
still
Pavo. He's been deep enough into the pack. I think he probably can.
I mean, it's gonna be close. He's running third right now.
I mean, at this point, you can really just save.
I mean, that's what the 81 has to do. He just has to save. And then he still survives, but here's Moff underneath Matthew Hill. That's right in front of the leader, Red, as he goes
Yeah.
wide.
He has to watch a couple good buddies fight in front of him.
And Moff is gonna hold up the 11 just a little bit here.
He's not moving out away from him though, so I think he's trying to save fuel like that.
Yeah, or he might
That's
just try
got to
to.
be his goal.
I don't know. He might pit it right now. Actually, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. No, not coming in.
Yeah,
We're gonna have 3 to go. 3 to go when they hit the line.
I think if it gets to 2 to go, there's no way that he would want to pit.
Yeah.
so Red still stays out. 3 laps to go.
Well, the big question is, do these other cars have to pit?
And the main one that's in question is Pavo.
Yeah.
We
Sitting
made
right behind the
speculations.
3.
We made speculations on Pavo. Maybe he could hold it off.
And boy, if you're a guy like Sean Ard, this is just absolutely nerve wracking for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a question if Pablo can go to Phoenix and still have a low shot, or if he gets eliminated here.
Like we have mentioned, like y'all have mentioned, he does have a good gap between himself and the 13 right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, the 23 was 6th, and the 13 passed the 23.
Where's the 11 in all this mess?
The 11 still not pitting. 2 to go.
Yeah, I think he can make it. I believe he can. And even if he...
I mean, if they are stretching it very long.
Yeah, if he can't, then he's going to be a lap short.
Yeah, I feel like he's taking it
mean-
very, very slow right now.
He's saving as much as he can. I feel like we've seen them go way faster through these corners.
I guess he can because he
7
has to
seconds.
yeah,
I
he's
mean, it's a pretty
second
big gap.
to land in. 7 seconds is the difference. So if he can just save and just coast for a little bit, he has this race. He has it.
Went over the hill into the hairpin for the penultimate time.
Pava runs wide.
Oh,
He got in the
he's
grass
really
there.
he's really just pushing way too much. He does not have to push that much.
Yeah. I mean, unless he can't make it, he does not have to push.
And
But-
that
A
11
green
could be
protector
heading back.
can also happen.
He is coming back to the white flag. So he will
Here
take
he
it.
is. Yep. So
Take
Red
it.
off the final corner will take the white flag.
He's got a good gap.
He's still passing cars
Looking to the
or
inside.
trying
of the
to pass
19
cars.
here. Just trying to pass the lapper of Ebenezer there.
Yeah, that gap opens.
And going back here, now Patrick Starr under threat from Max Molina.
Let's take a look at this. Kenyon won his first career truck race this weekend. Same with Miko and Shell.
We're gonna get another first-time winner.
Yep.
That depends if he can make it.
I think he
Could
can.
be the case.
As long
Looks
as he
like
doesn't
tried
get
it.
wrecked by Ebenezer.
Which,
Yep.
yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. So
Yeah, I
it was
think
Kenyon
kinda
on Friday. Miko on Saturday. And that circle for this weekend is going to grow with the 11.
Yep, here we go. Down to the final few corners. If he can just make it to the line, he's going to be a first-time Fanta Cup Series winner.
Oh, he
He's
will.
going to stay behind the lapper. Off the final corner, welcome to victory lane for the first time. Red wins a Canadian Tire.
And I just got to say, what a comeback for this team. I mean, they started absolutely terrible. The only winner was Nikki. And now 3 of their 4 cars have wins.
And Pavo manages to survive, and he will make it to Phoenix by the thinnest of margins, probably, but he did it. So Pavo is still in this, but he'll have a very distant gap heading into Phoenix next week.
He's got to turn on the Jets the next 2 races.
And Patrick Starr finishes 10th. Had that unlucky mechanical problem that set him back. But Red, first time winner at Canadian Tire. And what a way to do it, as I think he just ran out of fuel. He
Oh
did.
my god.
He just ran out of fuel.
What a moment. That's why he was staying behind the 90 all that time.
And he's not even going to get back to the pits. And Pavo's not even going to get back to the pits.
Yeah, so if there was like one more lap,
That's how you know. That's how you know these guys were stretching it.
if there was
That's
one
how
more
you know
lap,
that
it would have been over for Pavo.
I can tell you that's why the 11 was saving. That's why he was staying behind his team owner.
Quad.
He knew. Uh-oh.
Quad just ran into Pavo there, but it don't matter. The race is over.
It's the end of the race.
Don't matter, race over. Pavo is going to Phoenix.
Yep. And Red gets his first win. He's gonna have to be pushed by somebody. Unless he just resets, but he's backing it up into traffic here. And there he is, resetting back to the pits. And there's Neves parked right there. Doing some parallel parking right there, as are the other drivers. We're just trying to make it back to the pits at this point. See, Trixman, he's out of fuel as well. But he's going to make it back to his pit box.
Just going to coast along.
And with that only leaves one track left to determine who's racing for a championship.
Yep, that will be Phoenix.
Crazy.
Which I cannot wait for.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm telling you, I'm going to make sure it's not like the first Phoenix race.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Who's up for interview?
I'm a team owner of that car. And a driver at the same time.
Okay.
So, I'm
So, yeah,
down.
that'll be it.
Okay.
From Canadian Tire.
All right. So, who's up for interviews?